Hey, it's Ryan from upfitsupply.com, and we are in our Ford Transit. This happens to be a 148-inch mid-roof or medium roof Transit, so it's kind of the middle option in terms of length as well as height. And I just want to give you some measurements if you're looking at doing an upfit in here or building out your Transit. Hopefully these measurements are helpful to you. So I've got my tape measure here, just some real world measurements you can get. Of course, you can look at measurement guides online, but it's nice to just see it up against the tape measure. So I'm basically at the floor in the cab area. I'm gonna go all the way to the edge of our door here because you can mount all the way up there. It is 137.5 inches or 11 feet, 5.5 inches. So plenty of room right there. I also like to take the, I'm in a pinch measurement where maybe you need to slide something all the way up into the cab. Maybe you've got that dog door hatch, or you've got a center panel door that opens and you need to slide in a piece of lumber in a pinch, and you can get 14 feet right here at the threshold, all the way to the edge of this door frame right here. 14 feet, half an inch. So in a pinch, you can do your 14-foot materials right there. Of course, you can also do your 12, your 10, your 8s, and so on. So plenty of length in this 148 regular wheelbase. So the primary difference between this 148-inch wheelbase with regular body length is this measurement behind the rear wheels. So there is a longer version of this van. It's called the 148-inch extended wheelbase. It's the same wheelbase, it just has a longer overhang over the rear axles. And so the primary way that you're gonna tell this difference is between your rear door frame and your back of your wheel well here. It's gonna be about 13 inches. Now, if you've got the 148 extended, it's like 2 feet longer. So clear difference between those two options as well. Now, our distance here between the wheel well is going to come at 4 feet 6 inches or 54.5 inches. So of course your 4x8 material will fit in there just fine. If we clear these wheel wells, kind of go right into our bolt locations where our cargo rings are, that's at 69.5 inches across. Now, if we look at height here at the door frame, I'm gonna go from kind of the narrowest point. So I'm gonna be on a ridge right here all the way up to the narrowest point up there, that door latch, we're at 62.5 inches. If I go around that, I go all the way to the bottom of the floor, clear past that latch, we're at 65 inches. Plenty of height right there. If I look at our available width, try and find a center point here. We are at 61.5, maybe 62 inches from side to side. Now, if you're again worried about that width, we took a measurement between here over top, but the body does come in a little bit. Once you clear that, let's try and find like the maximum width available here at the wheel wells. And we are at 6'3", 75.5 inches. So my adventure van folks out there who are taller, you could do your bed right there. And a 6-foot person could allegedly sleep there just fine. Now, when we look at our available height here at the wheel well to the rib in the ceiling, we're at 69 inches. Take that same measurement here at the center point of the van. To that ridge, we're at 70 inches, so a taper of about 1 inch. Now, once we come back here in front of these wheel wells, let's take our wall-to-wall width here. I'm about a foot ahead of that wheel well there. We're at 68.5 inches or 5'8.5 inches. Now that I'm up here towards this side sliding door, we do have an inset step right here. So if you're interested what that distance is from the inset step to the wall, it is 5 feet and an inch. So, 5 feet and a half an inch. So 60.5 inches right there. If I shut this door and I just kind of do wall to wall, I go from that door panel over here to the side, you're looking at 70 inches on the dot, or 5'10". Now, when you're talking about work vans, you want to know about shelving space or space here for equipment. On the driver's side wall, it's going to be your biggest wall over here. And I'm going to start up here at the cab area. I'm going to go right where the factory flooring starts for the cab, which is a little bit too far forward, because once you get a partition in there, it's going to be about 8 to 12 inches behind that point. So we're at 137 inches from that flooring in the cab all the way back here to the rear door frame. So plenty of space, 11.5 feet space for your equipment. Now here on the passenger side, same type of measurement, but I'm gonna go here basically from where that inset step starts to that same spot at the rear door frame. We're at 93 inches. So plenty of space right there. Just a couple more height measurements here. I'm gonna go here at the C pillar, which is our primary pillar in the cargo area, right behind that sliding door. Again, I'm gonna go on top of the ridge here, which will lose us about a 3/4 of an inch or so, all the way up to this cross member in the roof, and we're at 70.5 inches, maybe 3/8 of an inch. Now, if I go right up to the sheet metal of the roof, like lowest point in the floor to highest point in the ceiling, our maximum height there is gonna be 72.5 inches, so 6.5 feet. So I am 6'3", and I cannot stand fully in this mid-roof van. Now, another common measurement question we get asked is just this distance in between your B pillar here at the cab area. And if I exclude the trim at the top of the headrest, we are at 64.5 inches. Now, if I go down here below, we kind of see our B pillar come angle in a little bit. If I go to that narrowest point down here at the floor, we are at 54.5 inches. Now, let's open this door back up and get some door measurements. Now, this door opens up almost and completely clears this opening, which is awesome. So if I go from seal to seal on this door, we're looking at 53 inches, 4'5", which is awesome. We go a little bit lower here to a narrower point. We are at 4'3" or 51 inches, which again is awesome. If we go from this inset step all the way up to our seal, you're at 67 inches, 5'7", so plenty of space there. And then once you clear that step, you know, you're talking about just your normal roof height right there, which up to this cross member, narrowest point, you're at about 69 inches. I don't know if my measurement there is completely plumb, but it's close enough. Now, those are just some of the major measurements that people are interested in for this Ford Transit van. We have a full measurement guide on our website at upfitsupply.com where we give you all the dimensions of these wheel wells, the distances, different points that you can download, print it off, and make your list to build your upfit. And if you're interested in any equipment to get your van ready for work or adventure, be sure to check us out, upfitsupply.com. Okay, my name is Ryan, and have a good one.